Here's a story about a Pakistani man who sells street food to make ends meet. Carrying a 25-kilogram large pot on his head that contains sizzling chickpea stew, Billu moved towards his food cart, covering a mile-long distance on foot. Billu's father was a hard-working man who did his best to raise him, teaching him the value of perseverance and hard work. Billu's life had never been easy. Born into a struggling family in the heart of the city, he had never known luxury. His grandfather had passed away when he was just a young boy, leaving his secret chickpea stew recipe to Billu. In a busy corner of Lahore, beneath the early morning sun, a man named Billu sets up his small roadside stall every day. As seen, his cart is nothing extravagant, just a weathered wooden cart with a large pot bubbling with spicy, delicious-smelling curry and a sizzling pot of masala chickpea curry. Yet, to the people who passed by, this humble cart was a beacon of comfort, warmth, and flavor in a city filled with chaos. As a young man, Billu had tried his luck in many jobs, from working in factories to running small errands for people. One day, as he sat on a crowded bus on his way home from another long, thankless day, a thought struck him, a thought that changed his life forever. He could sell food using the recipe his grandfather gave him. Food had always been a source of joy in his life, filling their small home with the aroma of spices. It was something simple but satisfying, and he realized that if he could replicate those flavors, he could share a little happiness with the people around him too. With the little savings he had left, Ron bought a cart and some basic cooking equipment. He found a busy street corner where the crowds of office workers, students, and vendors passed by every day. He started small, cooking traditional Pakistani dishes. His food was made with love, each dish carefully prepared to perfection. It didn't take long before word spread. His food was delicious. This chickpea stew is served with naan, which is a white flatbread baked in traditional tandoor. Filled with spicy masala, the chickpea curry is a treat for hundreds of Lahoris who come daily to grab a bite and enjoy their meal. Every morning before dawn would rise, his back aching from the long hours of work ahead. He would gather fresh ingredients from the market, boil chickpea, marinate meats, and prepare the spices that would bring his dishes to life. By sunrise, his cart is ready, and as the day progresses, the smell of his cooking would drift through the air, drawing in the hungry customers. There were days when the crowds were so large that Imran could barely keep up with the demand. But he worked tirelessly, sweating under the scorching heat with his eyes fixed on his goal. A better life for himself
Thanks to Almighty, I can providing for kids. What more can I need? I sell organic chicken stew and egg chickpea curry. My prices are very affordable, starting from 100 rupees only. You're try and taste my food, and you will know why there are so many people. My Almighty has blessed me. I service my neighborhood and community centers around. My grandfather used sell food here 45 years ago. Now I have taken over. My location is Makkah Plaza Shoe Market, BILLU Murg Chennai.
There were also days when the weather was harsh or the sales were low, but he never gave up. He knew that every dish he served was a small victory, a step closer to his dream. Though he lived in modest conditions, Billu's heart was full. His small stall became a place of comfort for the people of the neighborhood. The elderly man who came every morning for a plate of spicy chickpeas, the university students who grabbed a quick lunch between classes, the busy workers who smiled at the familiar taste of home-cooked food, they all came back because of Billu's kindness, his laughter, and the care he put into every meal. But the true joy came from seeing his customers smile. Despite the long hours and hard work, Billu had found something more valuable than money. He had found purpose. Every day as he served his food at super cheap prices to many in Pakistan, he reminded himself that even the simplest of jobs could hold immense dignity. He was not just a street vendor, he was a storyteller through food, sharing a piece of his soul with each customer. Billu's business grows every day as he aspires to open a small restaurant one day, perhaps even dream of opening a chain. But no matter how much success he achieves, he never forgets his roots. He always returned to his humble cart on that same corner, serving food with the same care and love that had brought him so far. And in his heart, he knew that his real success wasn't in the money or the fame. It was in the joy he brought to others, one plate at a time. In the early morning, as the dawn began to break over the bustling city of Lahore, Amina was up and about, preparing for another busy day. The streets, still sleepy and quiet, would soon come alive with the clamor of daily life. But for Amina, this was the time she cherished, the peaceful moments before the world rushed into its routines. Amina's stall, humble yet inviting, sat by the roadside near a busy intersection in Lahore. She adds soap and scrubs the big tawa pan thoroughly. And finally washes off the burnt scrapes with generous amount of water. She wipes the dirt off her cart with a clean cloth, making sure everything was ready. The smell of freshly home-cooked jaggery rice would be the first thing to greet passers-by, drawing them closer to the corner where she worked tirelessly, day in and day out. Amina had always loved cooking, but it was the art of making the perfect paratha that had become her calling. She starts by warming up the ghee. She adds salt to the paratha mixture, which is made of mashed potatoes and her secret spice mix. Amina now prepares the dough balls, rolling them with her skilled hands. Each movement fluid and precise from years of practice. She spreads out the dough, its softness and elasticity a testament to her expertise. She knew that her parathas were more than just food. They were comfort for the soul, a taste of home that people craved as they rushed to work or school. Now she sandwiches the mashed potato mixture between the two rolled dough balls. Turning them into a fine paratha.
बड़े एहतियात के साथ बनाने हैं। जो बच्चियाँ न्यू कमर है वो सीखती हैं, उनको बोले घबराए नहीं।
And then gently placed it on the hot griddle.
अब इसको निकालते हैं अच्छे से।
The paratha will slowly puff up golden and crispy. With a satisfied smile, she flips it over. the sizzling sound echoing through the air.
मिक्स है, मिक्स और वाइट दोनों यूज़ करते फिर रोटी ब्लैक हो जाती है और अकड़ जाती है और बिल्कुल वाइट भी नहीं यूज़ करते, इससे भी रोटी अकड़ जाती है। अब ये जो साइडें पे रह गई इसको ऐसे फोल्डिंग
Hot and crispy paratha is ready.
बीच में तो पक गया और साइडें रह गई।
Hot and crispy paratha is ready to go with the traditional Punjabi saag made out of native leafy vegetation. As the sun rose higher, she greets her first customer and hands over the freshly cooked paratha with Punjabi saag. The satisfaction of seeing her customers smile, the way they enjoyed her parathas with such delight. Whether it was a simple paratha with a dollop of butter or one stuffed with potatoes or eggs, Amina's parathas were always perfect. The satisfaction of seeing her customers smile, the way they enjoyed her parathas with such delight, it made everything worth it.
कम नहीं है भाई, नमक हल्का उसको
नहीं उठाना नहीं, इसके ऊपर घी डाल। लोग बना के ना अंडा भी भाई ने बनाना सीख लेना, ऐसे अंडा बनता है अच्छा है।
Good.
Today we bring you a story of an old man who sells street food at roadside of a village market. His real name is Rafiq, more famously known as PHEEKA. He starts by cleaning the dust off. His son arrives carrying a pot of yummy beef stew. PHEEKA recently suffered a cardiac arrest, making his son to join his father, who needs his much-needed help. For years, PHEEKA has been serving the best street food in the area, and his tiny stall is a gathering point for both locals and travelers. Here comes the bread, baked daily and delivered fresh in the morning. This flatbread is made in Indian tandoor. Father and son pursue their setup. PHEEKA was a man who had seen many seasons come and go. His weathered face was lined with time, his hands rough from years of handling hot pans and spatulas. All he desires is to pass his legacy to his son. Time to burn the coal. PHEEKA uses old ways to light up coal. As the father prepares the coal for burning, using a polythene bag that shall ease the coal ignition. The son brings more necessities to run the show. Here comes water that shall settle the rising dust as streets get busy. Huge bottles of water are brought in from FOOTPATH and reserved in a tank to fulfill supply for the day. More water is brought in and poured in the tank. There is always a vegetarian option at this cheap stall that brings that carrying on his head. It's a chickpea stew. PHEEKA has always run the stall alone, but now, with his health uncertain, his son wanted to help. The streets start bustling as more people are up and about. The smell of sizzling chickpea curry and warm parathas wafted through the air, drawing the first customers like a magnet. PHEEKA takes his position as a friendly customer, helps in putting out seats for customers. PHEEKA gets his first order, a plate of chickpea curry with naan bread. Second orders follows the same lead. A local who happens to be PHEEKA's regular customer breaks bread, dips it thoroughly, absorbing all the flavors. As customers soak in the yummy flavors, PHEEKA adds in the spicy flavor of green chilies. And sure, his customers love it. Another one joins in ordering the dish of the day, which happens to be chickpea curry. The sizzling food, the friendly banter, and the pride in serving something that brought people together. The villagers came for the food, but stayed over the story of an old man, his son, and the flavors that connected them to generations past.
I have mastered the art of cooking over years. I can cook beef stew, chickpea curry, chicken korma, and many more dishes. I like to change up my dishes every day. Everybody knows me here, and they like my food. The prices start from 50 rupees only. I was only 12 years old when I joined my father 60 years ago. My working hours are from 7 in the morning till 4 late afternoon.
Saya tak mana ni? Nalia na, pani. Baru ada jauh kan? Ada ni kerana apa? Itu PHEEKA जी क्या? दे साहब के ने आदम दे मुझे ने उन्हें हेल्प नहीं रहे पूरा मिला लोकल पाप आया कई दिया मगर मैं राणा नहीं कहते मैं मगर जा के पहले
वाटर आ रहे हैं चक्कर पे जा रहे हैं कितने ले आ रहे हैं
खाना बाहर खाना ना
जा रखना कर जाना उन गड्डी रखी दी है अच्छा दी कमाई है खाते हैं दवाई पागल माला
It's a busy night in Lahore, Pakistan. A hard-working lady arrives in a rickshaw to set up a humble but steadfast place for herself on the footpath. A woman of resilience whose husband had passed away a few years ago, leaving her to shoulder the responsibility of raising her children alone. She had no formal education, no high-paying job prospects, but she had one thing that no one could take from her: a deep-rooted love for cooking and an unwavering determination to survive. On the bustling streets of Lahore, every evening she would turn up, knead dough and sell parathas all night long. While many might have given up, overwhelmed by the weight of her responsibilities, her spirit remained unbroken. The art of making parathas wasn't something she had learned from a book or a chef. It was a tradition passed down from her mother, one that she had perfected with her own hands over the years. She starts to prepare cooking. She pours vegetable cooking oil in a small pot. She lights up the fire on stove and makes a special green chutney sauce using yogurt and green chilies spice mix. After resting the dough for 4 hours, she now divides the dough into small, equal-sized balls. She takes one ball of dough, flattens it slightly, and rolls it out into a circle. The roadside stand she ran near a busy intersection is modest, but the aroma of her parathas, freshly cooked and seasoned with care, could be detected from miles away. She adds a mashed potato filling inside. Then sandwiches it with another rolled dough. Each paratha she made was an act of love, for her children, for her work, and for her community. Achieving a thin, even circle about 10 inches in diameter. She places the rolled out paratha onto the hot tawa, letting it cook. And flipping the paratha using tongs. The hours spent rolling dough, flipping parathas, and tending to the sizzling oil were not easy, especially in the heat of the summer. But Kanizi Fatima is a woman of resilience. She didn't complain about the long hours, the unrelenting demands, or the harsh realities of life on the street corner. The woman who stood there day after day, crafting the most perfect parathas with nothing but her own two hands. She wasn't just selling food, she was selling a piece of her soul. Her stall became a place where customers came not just for the parathas, but for the comfort they offered. People came not only for the taste, but also for the story behind the woman.
The food is great. It is unbelievable. I come daily to eat this paratha. It is very cheap and the environment is very friendly. I just love it.
Each bite delivering quality and taste to customers at a very low price. The ideal street food setting under a clear sky. Over time, her little stand has become a local legend. Here are some words the legend lady had to say.
I welcome everyone to try my parathas. I make my own homemade recipe. I sell them for only 120 rupees. I am located near Liberty Market. I believe in hard work and delivering the best I can. I believe women can change the world. And I shall be that woman who will be at top one day.
No matter how tired she was, her smile was infectious. She was known for her warmth, a trait as important as the food she made. She added her own twist, experimenting with spices, filling some parathas with potato or spinach, and others with finely minced meat. Her secret, however, wasn't just in the fillings or the technique. It was the care and love she infused in every piece of dough. It was the way she rolled each one out with the patience of someone who understood that good things take time. It was the way she cooked each paratha with dedication. And though her life was not easy, she knew that every paratha she made brought her one step closer to giving her children the future she dreamed of. A future built on hard work, love, and the simple joy of feeding others. I am sure this amazing hard-working lady is going to do great with her persistence and strong values. Please do show us your support by liking our videos and subscribing to our channel. Do comment below and tell us what you thought of this story.
In this video, we will take you through a mega Ramadan iftar feast. For over 1,000 people, this roadside iftar will be their meal as they break their fast. Today, it's not just about feeding people, it's about sharing the blessings of this holy month. A busy street in Lahore, Pakistan. The sun begins to set, and the streets are filled with the bustling sounds of the evening. Prayer mats are brought one by one. Long sheets of prayer mats are then spread out on the road for the thousands who will join soon to break fast together. A large team of Muslims come together, setting up for an iftar gathering. Jugs are filled with water and served. Ramadan is a time of reflection, of spiritual renewal, and of giving. Dishes are cleaned out. A loader arrives carrying 200 kilos of freshly cooked chana biryani. Volunteers unload the huge pots to prepare the dishing out. Dates are taken out for serving. People slowly start to come in. Every year in the heart of Lahore, a tradition unfolds, a tradition rooted in charity, compassion, and togetherness. Biryani is now dished out in large platters. Dates are added. All the platters are lined up ready to be served. The aroma of food fills the air as more people join in. As sunset approaches, volunteers start to distribute the platters. Each platter shall serve 4 people. More prayer mats are spread out to accommodate hundreds of last-minute arrivals. For this roadside iftar, it's not just about filling the stomach, it's about filling the heart with the true meaning of community. As the call to prayer rings through the streets, a collective silence falls. In unity, they perform their Maghrib prayer. In this moment, there are no divisions. There is no poverty, no wealth, no difference. There is only the bond of humanity, united in the shared experience of breaking their fast. Each one thankful for the opportunity to fast, to reflect, and to give. And as the night falls over Lahore, the spirit of Ramadan is alive in every smile, every act of kindness, and every shared meal.
Khidmat Committee has been running for over 10 years. We have members in our community who run and sponsor Khidmat Committee. We feed over 1,000 people at Seri, which is the meal before sunrise to start the fast. And over 1,000 people join us to break fast at Iftar, as you've seen. Our menu offers a variety of food to our community, including chicken biryani, mutton korma, pilaf, and much more.
Ramadan Mubarak. May peace, love, and unity guide us all.
Thank you.